The Windy City, Chicago, Illinois, the location for the Nuggets. A very creative duo, Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, fired up as they await tip-off at the United Center. Nuggets, Bulls, tip-off, coming up next. Of this Tuesday night NBA game here on 2K Sports. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. Now we get a chance to check some stats for Coby White.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Let's take a look at our starters for Denver. And the forward spots, Porter Jr. and Gordon. Manning the backcourt, it's Murray and KCP. And it's Jokic in at the 5. And for Chicago, DeRozan and Miller in at the forward slots. Alex Caruso is out there with Coby White. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. All right, Grant, as far as pace of play, these teams both methodical.
You know, both teams are methodical and deliberate. I mean, they're comfortable, of course, operating in the half court, and they'll push the ball selectively when those opportunities present themselves.
So the Nuggets with the tip. Here's Murray. Against Atlanta, he was really on his game. Rebound by the Bulls. Caruso, the pass to White. Vucevic with it. To the inside. Jokic grabs the board. And Gordon has got the ball here for the Nuggets. They kick it out to Murray. Gordon with a screen on DeRozan. And there's the lob. And Gordon with the big finish.
Aaron Gordon is one springy dude. When he gets the ball down low, it's hard to stop him.
And one thing about Jamal Murray, Brent, you know he's not afraid of the big moments.
Nah, and it felt really good just as a basketball fan, BA, to see Jamal Murray return to those big moment kind of plays that we got used to while the teams were in the bubble. Certainly a rising star and a guy that gets dangerous the bigger the game gets.
Porter from outside drills it from deep.
Now, sometimes there's passes and then there's precision passes. Murray with one of those there.
Vucevic, a screen on Murray. Pass to Vucevic. Now Caruso. Now here's Williams. Clock at 6. DeRozan for 3. Gordon pulls it in.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now here's Porter. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game.
And Porter more and more understanding where it is he should shoot and when it is he should shoot.
Pass to DeRozan. Will it go? And it's Denver with a rebound. And here's Porter. He's got 5. Murray for 3. Caruso grabs the board. The Bulls have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. DeRozan with the ball. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And that was a tough loss. One or two breaks go their way, and it's a totally different outcome.
Yeah, really a game that they should not have lost, but sometimes even when you play your best, it might not be good enough.
Now here's DeRozan. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Jokic. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Now with KCP's improved scoring, defenders are taking note of him and leaving his teammates wide open.
You know, the Bulls got a really bad break the last 2 seasons with Lonzo Ball's health.
Well, B.A., I mean, he's a tremendous floor general. So talented. And to lose somebody like that for any team, it's a hard situation to overcome.
Now here's DeRozan. That one goes in.
And that's where the frame of DeRozan comes into play. So good at bodying up to get his.
White against Murray. Takes it inside. And it's Murray finishing it off.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. White, the pass to DeRozan. The 3 is up. Gordon pulls it in.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Pass to Murray. Now Jokic, covered by Vucevic. The fadeaway. And there are the Nuggets with another bucket.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
DeRozan with the bucket.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's DeRozan. The Nuggets getting their last shot to go. Nifty move. And that's 2 points on the layup. DeRozan's got 6 points.
Now that basket must be widening out right now when he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Outside Murray. Pass to Porter, to the middle. Here's Gordon. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Williams. White, the pass to DeRozan. Back to White. Let's go with a 3. Hits the 3-pointer.
Yeah, the defense expects DeRozan to try and score, but he smartly makes the extra pass.
And so it's Denver, leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. Back after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Denver.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Torrey Craig out there with DeMar DeRozan. Then there's DeSumo, then it's Andre Drummond, and it's Carter in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Ooh, got him with the pump fake. Savvy move there. He's got 6.
And Jokic using the old school mid-range.
We hear that label unicorn thrown out there a bit these days. But Nikola Jokic, he is truly one of one, Brent.
Yeah, incredible to watch the way that Jokic is able to control the game and pick his spots, BA, to impact it, whether that's by rebounding the ball and playing physical, dishing the ball and making some assists happen, or shooting the ball from the three-point line. What a complete package he is.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Bulls back in 2021 shifting the roster towards a more veteran win-now look. They've pushed their chips into the middle. Now they're trying to find their way into contention. All-star forward DeMar DeRozan said, quote, "We've got to go out there and compete. If we want this thing, we have to go after it." Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. You know, at this stage of Reggie Jackson's career, it's clear teams value his experience.
Yeah, he's someone this team loves having in their locker room. A strong veteran presence who serves as a mentor to his younger teammates.
Caruso, he's checked in for Chicago. White comes in for Carter.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And here's Caruso outside. Denver grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11. Their last encounter was in Denver.
They flat out dominated the last time these teams squared off, particularly on the glass.
We'll see if the other team will address that problem in this game, because last game, man, they just got smoked on the boards.
Into the lineup for the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Jokic against Drummond. Jokic, no good.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Back to Caruso. DeRozan outside. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, the saying is defense wins championships. But in this day and age, don't you need both?
No question, BA, you definitely do. I mean, we've seen plenty of great defenses flame out in the playoffs because they couldn't put up points. Defense alone isn't enough. You need a balance of both.
And the Bulls making a change here. Williams is checked in. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Denver. Jamal Murray comes in for Jackson. DeRozan outside. Porter pulls it in.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Jokic with a screen on Caruso. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Jokic. Here's DeRozan. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. The Bulls making a switch here. Vucevic is checked in.
First personal foul. First team foul.
That's good from DeRozan.
Yeah, numbers from the free throw line for DeRozan have only improved as his career has gone on.
Jokic with a screen on White. Pass to Porter. Here's Jokic. Outside, Caldwell Pope. The Nuggets with another miss. Chicago trailing here. Can you think about beautiful basketball, Brent? Look no further than these Denver Nuggets.
No doubt about it, BA. It's like a symphony out there with this ball club. Just the ball movement, the player movement, the guy's willingness to sacrifice the first shot to get the better shot. And Jokic is the conductor.
Now here's Murray. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game.
Murray fearless on that drive right there, not worried at all about the contact.
Murray against White. DeRozan outside. Over Murray. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by White. DeRozan's got 13.
Yeah, one of the elite scorers in the league. DeRozan can beat you at all 3 levels.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Craig is checked in for DeRozan. And Denver with a change here too. Brown's checked in. 1:10 left in the second period. On the wing, Murray. He has 6. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Murray. Rebound by the Bulls. Now when this one's done, they'll be off to Miami, taking on the Heat. That's the first of a 3-game trip out on the road for them. Back to White. Inside. Vucevic. White finds Vucevic. Porter pulls it in. Denver's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. 24 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
Porter showing just great body control that time, taking the hit, but he keeps his eyes on the rim. That helps him score and finish.
Vucevic, the pass to Williams. Murray against White. It's Vucevic, high post. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Man, it's hard not to foul Vooch inside. He uses all of his size to go after his shots.
First one falls for him. And so Vucevic nails both of them.
A big fellow with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. You don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
And so it's Denver, closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Back to the game after this break.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. It's been a bit of a challenge so far.
Well, they aren't getting a hand up on the shooters, and the numbers show it, Shaq. Guys are too good in this league to give them easy looks. You're just digging your own grave.
Well, excuse me, Jack, giving the tough love. Bravo, bravo.
And now let's take a moment to look into the future. Here's the upcoming schedule.
And looking at the Nets matchup, even though they're ranked a bit higher, the talent on both teams is somewhat comparable. Could come down to which side controls the pace.
Do you prefer comparable or comparable, Kenny? I always say comparable. But that can definitely shift the tide in either direction. We'll see how their styles match up. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Boy, you have to like what we're seeing from DeMar DeRozan.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
On the court for Denver, Gordon and Jokic, the combo inside. On the perimeter, KCP and Porter Jr. And it's Murray in at the point guard position.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Jokic with a screen on White. And he's going for the oop here. Jokic, no good. And the Bulls shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. White finds DeRozan. Over Porter. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Screen by Gordon. Down low. Some solid defense from Williams.
The defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Well, Brent, the past several years have been the brightest in Nuggets history. And
it makes perfect sense. I mean, BA, you go out and you find a player that elevates everybody else, a guy who becomes the 2-time MVP. The talent on the roster has taken strides, done a great job in the draft process. It's great to see Denver becoming a legitimate powerhouse in the Western Conference.
Now here's DeRozan. 15 points in the game. It's tipped.
Porter standing at 6'10", but he's got that huge wingspan, able to swat that one away.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Zach LaVine talked about his path to stardom. He said, quote, "I've always viewed myself as a top-tier player, and I put in the work. If you expect yourself to be here, it's something that you have to go out and show each and every day. I feel like I've done that." Brian, that confidence was there from day one.
He's big time, Allie. Thanks for that. Now here's DeRozan. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game.
I mean, this is who DeRozan is, a bucket getter, and he does it in many ways.
Here's Caldwell Pope. It's a three-point game. Pass to Murray. Gordon with a screen on White. Murray drives in. And Gordon with the big finish.
One of the better dunkers we have in the NBA, Aaron Gordon. Showtime.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Browns checked in for Michael Porter. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Screen by Gordon. Murray with it. Guarded now by Williams. And Gordon with the big finish.
So hard to guard the pick and roll action, and Aaron Gordon's a part of it. You better have your antennas up.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. White against Murray. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Craig is checked in for Chicago. And Gordon has got the ball here for Denver. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. Jokic in the post, covered by Vucevic. And it's Jokic missing.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
White, the pass to Williams. 1:49 left in the third. Good work defensively by Gordon. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Jokic. The 3. Nikola Jokic. He's a stretch 5.
Stretching the defense out, you have to stay on Jokic from that range.
White, the pass to Vucevic. Back to White. To the paint. Intercepted. All alone on the break. And it's Murray finishing it off.
What a quick move by Caldwell Pope. He steals the ball and then is out and running.
For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 8 in the third. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Doubled by Caldwell Pope. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And they're pushing it up.
How about KCP, the guard getting in there, being active down low and forcing the defense's hand?
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
Well, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge for them this entire game. And let's be honest, you have to knock down threes to win games these days.
Najee, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Watson comes in for Gordon. Murray against Carter to win the run. And again, no good by Chicago. Denver has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Here's Murray. Oh, great D that time from Craig. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Inside. Carter, the pass to Dosunmu. Pass to Vucevic. Nails the baby hook.
Getting points inside is no problem for Vucevic. He consistently finds these openings.
And he lobs it up.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. Here's Vucevic. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Denver Nuggets, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. We'll be back in a moment. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Ayo Dosunmu out there with Javon Carter. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. Then it's Torrey Craig. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Now here's Carter. The baseline J is on the way. Jump shot is good. DeRozan's got 21.
Oh, the lost art of the mid-range jumper. DeRozan dialing it in.
Jackson, the pass to Jokic. Stolen by Drummond. Here's Carter. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Jackson against Carter. Pass to Strother. Kicks it out to Jackson from behind the arc. The shot, no good. Well, the Bulls shooting only 39% so far in the game. DeRozan outside. Here's Dosunmu. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Oh, he's a monster. Jokic just flexing out here.
And Jokic just making this look way too easy.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Now on the court, your hot squad.
A big group substitution here for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Drummond. Williams comes in for Craig. Caruso, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's White in for Carter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. Point blank, he wants better shot selection. He told them, we're settling, guys. Come on. We're not being patient out there. We're not working the ball around. That has to change right now.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Following the bucket by the Bulls. Jokic using his size.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
The Bulls have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Williams with the screen. Pass to Caruso. And the deficit down inside single digits. Caruso's got his first 3 points of the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's DeRozan. Lets it fly from 18. Tries again. And Vucevic with the lay-in.
A player that seemingly inhales rebounds. Vucevic attacks the glass with great energy.
Now a timeout called by Denver. Here's Murray. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Jokic with a screen on White. Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Toughest thing to cover in the game, and Jamal Murray making it difficult on that play in the pick and roll.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. DeRozan against Porter. And there's the foul. It's on Michael Porter. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Vucevic finds DeRozan. From the right block. Look at DeRozan making his presence felt.
Yeah, I mean, they put so much focus on Vucevic, it leaves a wide open man.
Caldwell Pope against Caruso. Gordon with a screen on White. Murray passes to Gordon. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Caruso outside. Puts up a three. And it's Denver with a rebound. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Jokic. The quick look, no good that time.
AD giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
And stolen by Williams.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one.
And it's cleared by Vucevic. So it's Chicago now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. And Williams punches it home.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And an intentional foul right there.
Kobe White. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
And Jamal Murray sort of carrying the flag for Canada and all the great players who have infiltrated the league over the past couple seasons. He is a bucket getter. Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. There's 25 seconds left in the game. There's 25 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Caruso outside. There's the three. Porter pulls it in. Vucevic against Jokic. Pass to Murray. Outside Porter. Here's Jokic. And again, Denver no good. So it's Denver picking up the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Well, Nicola, coach has talked about the growth of your leadership. What spurred you to become more vocal?
I just want to help my teammates. I think if I say something, they're going to listen to me. I just want to make them better. So I'm just going to do that.
Well, they're relying on your voice, so keep it up.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for tuning in as we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
Make your hell gaming.